Hi, everybody, and surprise, I'm still at home. Everybody,
All
I know I
right.
said I was I know I said I was going to leave last Wednesday for Nassau and join the Carnival Pride, but I was up all night last Tuesday with chills, body aches, fever, and I was worried did I have the flu, COVID, pneumonia? But that was all
Hey,
negative.
Brad.
That was hey, Steve. That was all negative. That was all negative. It was just not me having any of those diseases. It was just me dreaming it was 1999 and I was on the way to Diddy's house.
Yay! And I've screwed it up already. Okay, this is
Well, we were doing
going
so
really
well
well.
for the first 12
Let's try it
seconds.
again. Say Diddy's house again.
Diddy's house.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Tim Wolfco.
plus funny songs from
Power Salad.
and Patty Melt from Patti Vasquez, and much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Oh, it's a powerful group out there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, along with our stars, Steve Goodie, everybody, and Patti Vasquez. Yay! We bring you music and comedy from all around the small group of people we know. But we do know a lot of entertaining people. And this week we have a very special guest. We have Chicago comedy legend Tim Walco, everybody. And of course, musical guest genius Power Salad, which change one word and it'd be dirty. So you'll notice my energy is going to be a little low. I am still not near 100% from getting sick last Wednesday. I was miserable the entire night, man. That Tuesday night, I didn't sleep. I was sweating. I was freezing. I had body aches, and I had to cancel going to the ship, which, really cost me a lot of money because I didn't know what was wrong. By the way, it's just a really bad sinus infection. So the next morning, I drag myself out of bed, go to the doctor, and I'm negative for COVID, negative for flu. Then they send me driving all the way across town, feeling like death, to get a chest x-ray to see if it's pneumonia. And then they send me across town again to get prescriptions that aren't even ready. So I go home, I'm feeling like death. I can't hardly move. Then I have to get back in the car, drive back to get the prescription. And I had probably put 15 or 20 miles on the car. And as I'm going to get those prescriptions, my engine blows. The coils go out.
Oh, crap.
So now I'm coughing and the car is putting. I'm like, so we're both on our last legs is what was going on. So I drove the last until the car dies. I got to the dealership. But then I realized something. If you think of this, if I had not canceled that ship, if I'd have been well, and I'd have started to drive to Nashville. It's 60 miles to Nashville. I would have only gotten maybe 30 miles at 4:30 in the morning before my car would have broken down on the highway.
Wow.
So getting sick saved me from missing my flight. Isn't that amazing?
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
that's amazing.
Sadly, though, the cost of this prescription is now $23,000 for a new car.
Come on, that can't be right.
You ask what a mini costs, and that's about what it costs to get one. And that's a used one. So forget all that, and let's try these jokes that I written in a fog. Here we go. The Drachnid, is that how you say that? Anybody know?
Drachnid.
The meteor? Kevin, you should know. What's the meteor called?
Yeah, Kevin, you know things.
Yeah.
I think it's Drachnid.
Tim Walco is trying to get in again, and I'm looking at you, Tim. That's kind of funny.
We're gonna have two of them.
All right.
Co-headliners.
Well, I
He's
thought-
the expert there.
Okay, well, it says the
That's nice.
Drachnid meteor shower will fly by the Earth about 11 p.m. tonight if you want to go out and look at it, with about 10 meteors streaking by per hour. Each meteor has one thing in common, and that is they all, as they get closer to the Earth, will roll up their windows and lock their doors because this is a bad neighborhood.
Boom, boom.
Oh, wow. Flames were visible underneath a Frontier Airlines flight.
What the heck?
Made a hard landing in Las Vegas where the tires blew out and there was smoke in the cockpit. Wow. Passengers said it was probably one of the top 10 flights.
Ah,
Top 10 fights.
By the way, technicians are checking out the plane and they said they found the cause of the near wreck. And that was someone was allowed to bring on a backpack that was 1 inch larger than the bin. So,
Oh, there you go.
Good.
so pay that $99, kids. Pope Francis, our favorite friend. Pope Francis has selected 21 new cardinals in a sign that soon they will need to elect a new pontiff. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Pope chose bishops from all over the world who will come to the Vatican for meetings and to see who will win the smooth talking altar boy contest.
ah.
Always Billy. It's always Billy that wins that.
That's right. They're smooth talking the altar boys. Oh my gosh. Here it is. Everyone's so excited. The New York Liberty beat the Las Vegas Aces to advance to the finals of the WNBA tournament.
Yes.
They will now play another team that doesn't have Caitlin Clark, so nobody cares.
Go Lynx.
And I must pause because my computer came unplugged and my battery's dying.
Oh, my.
You said last
Okay,
night.
I'm back.
All right.
All right.
I'm glad it happened tonight rather than on your halfway to Nashville at 4:30 in the morning.
I didn't go. So.
I know, but you can.
By the way, did y'all hear that nobody cared that the WNBA, after Caitlin left, the games are like 2,000 people showing that they're not. It's very sad. Okay. Next up, I'll be through in a minute and go to bed. American scientist Victor, come on, this is American pride. American scientists Victor Ambrose and Gary Ruvkin have won the Nobel Prize for Medicine. Yep. For discovering the microRNA molecule, which plays a crucial role in determining the characteristics of RNA and is a fundamental principle governing how gene activity is regulated. So next up for the pair, millions of basement-dwelling, jobless right-wing nuts will call them to be arrested because they don't want no RNA making them women.
No women.
I know. I need to work on how the mouth works on some of these. It's tough when they get that wordy, but you want to get it all in. You know what I mean?
As Insane Ian said this weekend, he forgot to pay his mouth bill.
Yeah.
No fact checking. Oh my gosh. Tell me if you understand this. Put that anywhere. Two best friends in Florida were surprised when they found out they both delivered babies on the same day in the same hospital. They were also amazed at how much their two sons looked alike and how their fathers were never in either of their rooms at the same time.
I don't understand.
Bad.
The same guy.
I'm unexplained.
Same guy. Okay.
Oh
my gosh.
Bubba.
Yeah. Anchorage up. Your dad always comes in. We knows it's about over. Anchorage's annual Fat Bear Week is on hold after a male bear killed a female bear in a fight over a picnic basket. Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You had to do a picnic basket joke. Okay, this story, this is just crazy. Anybody thinking about getting married out there? We're all kind of old. Chuck, you think about getting married? Elena?
Oh.
Ask if these are weddings these days. A bride is taking heat because she sent invitations to guests in 3 tiers, right? The first batch was sent out 6 weeks before the wedding. Then a lesser tier of guests 3 weeks, and some not invited until 3 days before the wedding, which she called seat fillers.
Oh my God.
Each guest was then being charged $300 for their seat and had to RSVP immediately or lose their seat. So
Wow.
The bride then went to social media after the ceremony to complain about how angry she was that none of her friends showed up to her special day. One friend did respond that they couldn't afford to cover the reception because they loaned all their money to the groom for a divorce lawyer.
Oh.
Who wants to be married to that? Wow.
Her pal.
Did you ever pay to go to a wedding? Would you pay to go to a wedding?
Never.
That's crazy. Okay.
No minimums. Sorry.
No minute. I know. And I went to a wedding once that was outside and all I had was mints. And I still wasn't happy.
Oh.
And one of the bridesmaids, they didn't tell them they were outside and they had these yellow bridesmaids dresses. Well, nobody mentioned them. And if you're outside and you're wearing a yellow dress, you can see right through the dress. And she wore red and white and blue striped underwear that just beamed out of this dress the whole time.
I remember this.
Oh, nasty.
Did you see the story about the bride who sued her uncle raised her and promised her that he'd take care of the wedding. And when it came time to get married, he said, I got $15,000 for you for your wedding. She needed 50 for the wedding she wanted, so she's suing him for the difference.
Oh, good God.
I swear to God.
I have a feeling she's not going to win that.
Yeah.
Bridezilla. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My entire wedding was $1,200.
Wow.
Yes. We never had one. Okay, here we go. Actually, it was $1,200 and we had a Thanksgiving meal because it was November 20th. We had a buffet, a Thanksgiving buffet. We did not have open bar. People were mad about that. Okay, next up. Another one where it's weird. Luke Bryan said his comments about Beyonce's CMA award snub were not negative, and everybody is thrilled that the Cowboy Carter album was out, but country music is a lot like a family. And even though technically Beyonce's a sister, country music only sleeps with her actual sister. So.
That's bad.
Inbreeding
pretty
country
bad.
music.
So bad.
And now this is my favorite joke. And I'm not even sure it's funny in any way.
Oh boy.
That's how we know it's yours.
Anybody see Joker 2, by the way?
No.
Some
Nope.
people walking out of it.
Oh man. Joker 2 is bombing at the box office as fans weren't told it's a musical. Yeah. DC hopes to win them back with their next film, Behind the Green Lantern's Door. Now, I'd like to take a poll. Raise your hand if you understood that joke. Okay, Kevin, Tim, Steve Goodie.
Bob doesn't have a hand to raise, but he
and of course, Jeff. Well, Jeff, if you understood that joke, you need to get away from Chuck right now.
I got you.
Yeah, Chuck, look up Behind the Green Door. Okay, here we go. Or actually don't. Okay, 3 more. Here we go. 8 bulls escape from a rodeo in a Massachusetts mall parking lot after breaking their pens down and running down the road. 7 were quickly captured, but the 8th one won't give up until it gets a fresh Annie Annie's pretzel. It does not want to eat that crap that's been sitting in that heater all day.
Wow.
Yeah, I probably should have left that. Well, I should have left this one out too, but we'll end strong. The Supreme Court didn't hear an appeal from singer R. Kelly because the justices were playing I Believe I Can Fly at full volume in their chambers. His song they like. Tile? What does that mean?
It's a thing. We'll explain it later.
All right. And the last one. Not bad. Only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Melania Trump's new memoir is out. And the first lady said she is proud that growing up, her family bred an onion that is famous all over the world. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
She also said what she's most embarrassed about, and that is all the time she's had to juice the orange.
Oh. Brad Tassell, everybody!
Hey!
That was
Very good.
That
was
was
tremendous.
Juice the Orange.
that was
That was,
wow.
That was uncalled for in every way.
We will now move on and try to forget that ever happened.
Please do. Please do.
Hey.
scared, man. Right
Some
into the
fun
brain.
before I do the top 10 list. Some fun stuff happened over the weekend. A bunch of us went to FumpFest in Richfield, Ohio, a gathering of many funny and whacked out people. And one of the things that's part of FumpFest is a little something called the Logan Awards. And is it showing it? No, man. Is it? Nope, not because God hates comedy musicians and their computer.
Taskbar Awards.
Bingo.
Let me try it again. Can you see that? There you go.
There we go.
Well, something called the Logan Awards, and here were the nominees this year in 3 different categories. And if you look down in the 3rd category, the second person, hey, look at that, it's me, in Outstanding Parody Song category, and I am pretty pleased to announce, with all humility, that I won.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Good job. Did Kate McCucci win?
It's really hard to read these things.
Yeah.
The song, the Sleep Disorder song, which I will be singing for you in a little while.
Oh, that's so
That'll
cool.
be exciting. Other fun things that happened were that our friend Chuck entered a video contest. Anybody who attends who has not posted a song on the Fump is welcome to create a video for someone else's song, and a bunch of them were entered, and Chuck's won, and we'll be seeing, I don't know if we can see the whole thing, but I'll certainly, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to put a link to it in the chat right now.
Yeah.
We'll see some of it, and then everybody can watch all of it later. And now it is time for, if I can get my head around all of this, what I'm supposed to be doing. It is any second now.
Push the right buttons.
I'm trying to find the right button to push. There, nope, that's not it. That's totally not it. What
Oh,
the
that was
hell
me.
did I do? Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Here we go. Let's do the top 10. You know, it's always fun to win an award. It's nice to get recognition from friends and fans, but it can be difficult to know what to do when you win. Your eye kind of freeze up like a deer in the headlights. So tonight's top 10 categories: top 10 inappropriate reactions to winning an award for a song about sleep disorder. I'm not saying I did all of these things, but man, it felt like I did at least 5 of them. So, top 10 inappropriate reactions to winning an award for a song about sleep disorders. Number 10. I demanded a recount. Number 9, high-fiving the judges and yelling, "That was $50 well spent." Top 10 inappropriate reactions to winning. Number 8, dropping your pants, bending over to reveal an M painted on each cheek and saying, "Thanks, Mom."
Inappropriate.
Very inappropriate. 7, belching the theme to Rocky. And
That's not easy to
and then
do.
farting, "We are the champions." I feel bad about that. I really do. Reactions to winning an award for a song about sleep disorders. Number 6, falling asleep. I shouldn't have done that. Number 5, slapping Will Smith. Oops.
That would be good.
Number 4, blowing the shofar, whether he likes it or not.
Hey!
Hey now. Show. Number 3, falling asleep, slapping Will Smith, and blowing the shofar, whether he likes it or not. Number 2, exclaiming, "You hate me! You really hate me!" And the number 1 inappropriate reaction to winning an award for a song about sleep disorders: claiming the whole thing is rigged, having a gang of thugs smear poop on the walls, and trying to have the first runner-up hanged.
That's what happened.
I have a lot of regrets. That's just 10 of them.
That's also been done. You know, you can't.
You may be right. It's entirely possible.
So we're doing something extra now, or Patty's now?
No, we'll do it in a little while. Let's do Patty now.
Patty's here somewhere. Oh, there she is.
I got her.
I am.
got her. Hey, look, everybody.
Hi.
It's Patti Vasquez. Yay!
Patti Vasquez.
Ew.
Hi, you're so red
Hi.
today.
I know. I was just
You know
thinking
what?
that too. I'll tell you why in a minute.
Okay, let's do the thing, and then you can tell us why.
Apologize. Go.
Here we go.
It's time for a Patty Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing
refusing to wear masks, says. And politicians getting caught grabbing asses, says. She's melting down, it's a Patti Vasquez. Patti Mel. Tell us what happened.
Well, I'll start with why I'm pink. Otherwise, you'll be waiting to find out. So I joined the Walworth County Dems in Wisconsin to go door knocking, which I've actually been going to Wisconsin since April. Most weekends we've been up there. This weekend, so as you know, Wisconsin's a swing state, and I have started a group called Fibs for Wisconsin. Okay, we got 2 laughs. Anyone know what a fib is? Anyone?
Oh, yes.
You can't use the word. So it is freaking Illinois bastards, which is the very kind name that our friendly neighbors of the north know Illinoisans by. And look, I've been going to Wisconsin since I was, as far as long as I can remember. My parents had a cottage in Lodi, Wisconsin when I was a baby. And then I went to Girl Scout camp there for 6 summers and doing stand-up comedy. That was my big, I worked for Ross Turner, and Bob and Tom, and everywhere, from Sheboygan to, Appleton to Pierre, Milwaukee, Eau Claire, all of it. And whenever I would do comedy in Wisconsin, I would tell the MC, do me a favor, just don't tell them I'm from Chicago. And I was at a bowling alley. I can't remember what town it was, but I told the feed track, I told him exactly that in front of the owner. I said, do me a favor, please just don't tell them I'm from Chicago. If I want to bring it up, I will. Because here's the thing, you would get booed on the way to the state, especially in the 90s, because of the Bears and the Packers and whatever. And there's other things. But I told this MC, please just don't bring me up as being from Chicago. And he goes, why? What are you going to do? And I go, you will be standing on a stage with no one coming up there to do more time. And guess what he did? And guess what happened? He did the whole thing. She's from Chicago. And I was sitting with the owner. He goes, she told you, you got to do more time now. Make it right. So the reason they call us effing Illinois bastards because what I was always told was that we're obnoxious, we're terrible drivers, we make a mess, we're tourists, all these things. So I figure as long as we're really gonna take off the MAGA portion of Wisconsin, we may as well lean into it and they can be more angry at us. Yeah.
No problem with that whatsoever.
Right? No problem with that. And I am pink because I was out, I didn't put enough sunscreen on. We were part of Lake Geneva, right along some of the lake houses, a lot of beautiful homes. Yeah. A few weeks ago, I think I told you that we rang some bells and you could tell that people had paused Fox News just to answer the door and yell at us about immigrants eating puppies and kittens and how kids are having their penises cut off and their breasts cut off at school. And I'm like, what janitor is making overtime on that kind of work? Anyway, this is much more friendly. And I go door knocking with Adam Selzer. If we have any fans of Mysterious Chicago, he's an author, a historian, a tour guide. And he's really good at picking up, like, if there's we have guns in this house kind of a thing, if he sees college or university bumper stickers on cars, he's like, oh, these will be friendlies. And he's been right every single time. If they have a college education, we're good. And this is a very good weekend, but they have, and I'll put the video up when I get a chance, but they also have much longer driveways in Wisconsin. And, over the last few years, people had issues with people driving down their driveways. Yeah. So I can't like lollygag. I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to walk up this drive. So I run every driveway. It's my little cardio and whatever it takes. And we did get a few folks saying, thank you for doing this. We got, a couple fist bumps and, or fist pumps, I guess, because a woman, sometimes I just give them a lit and I run away. And this one's like, hey, thank you for doing this. He's like, power. So that was cool. We also got a few, watch out which doorbells you ring. Be very, very careful. And that's not a good feeling. So that's why I'm a little bit pink today. And I think we're doing pretty good. We, on Saturday, we helped break the Walworth County Dems record for volunteers and doors knocked. We had over the weekend, they had over 100, all of them. These were mostly Chicagoans, but this is all like unions got folks out. We got folks out. They have great volunteers. We knocked on 2,300 doors in 2 days in Walworth County, which was amazing. It was really, because we've talked about this before. We lost Wisconsin with Hillary by only 2 votes per precinct. So we are not. I'm not letting it. We're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let that happen. And by the way, I go up for the voters, and I also go up for the brats. We stop at the brat stop every time. It's fantastic. Now,
Top of the bus.
I have to. Oh, they're so good. Everyone says Mars Cheese Castle. Do not
So
sleep.
good.
Oh,
Do not sleep on the brat stop. Pinball machines and great beer. I'm just saying. Now, before I go, I have to say I want to. I've made a rule. I have a lot of bones to pick with a lot of Democrats, but I'm going to wait until November 6th, and I got a lot of stuff to say. But until then, but I just a little bit of a hint of that. If you're not familiar with what's happening in Chicago, but our entire school board for the Chicago Public Schools resigned on Friday. And okay, I was all in on Mayor Johnson. I am more than happy to say that somebody was way over their skis when they ran for office. You know what that means? It means that they're out of balance. He's not, he was not ready for this. And holy crap, you guys, he had a press conference today where it was, I hate saying this about a Democrat, but it was very Trumpian, like calling report, like, oh, he was condescending to reporters.
Oh, it was horrible.
Like oh my God, it was so bad, you guys. Yeah, see, right?
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was
Can I get
horrible.
a witness?
Yeah, can I get hey, well, that was the thing. He did it. So he announced his nominees for the school board at a church, and there was a guy behind him. Every time he said something, it was like, amen, amen, amen. I'm like, dude. Okay, I don't want to scream. I'm okay. November 6th. Okay, one more thing before I go. I said that was the last thing, but okay, so I think we're all the same sort of experiences on social media. Like for me, I scroll on TikTok. I'm like, ooh, that's an interesting way to make eggs. Or I'm contouring my cheekbones and braiding and, maybe home decorating. And sometimes I see some politics. You guys, I learned so much more this weekend about how this misinformation that's been spread in North Carolina and Tennessee and Georgia, all this stuff, because there are two people so there's a woman named, I guess they call her Mama Tot. Is anyone familiar with Mama Tot? You guys, I don't get she I love you all. If I did this, would that be successful? Hi, y'all, I'm just getting ready for bed. And she crawls in the bed. She's like, I just don't know how people can be so mean to each other. And then spreads this information about FEMA and how money is spent there and how people apply for it. And she's all like, I'm not really into politics. I'm a little apolitical. No, sweetie, when you say that, that's political. That means that you're all in on that guy. And there's some guy named Officer Uidi. Do you know him too, Brad?
Mm-mm.
Are you familiar?
No.
So he's this cop who has way more followers than she does, 9.9 million followers. And he did a whole Kamala and Biden, and they're not giving money. And these guys, but okay, what I'm saying is they basically groomed us with their little, I'm just a hillbilly and I'm just, I'm like you, I own a pickup truck. And then they gain these 9 here's how you make a ponytail, and let's make some biscuits together. And then all of a sudden they have 9 million people that trust them, and they say these things. And I'm just saying, we have so much work to do, and I'm really tired. I'm gonna go take care of the sunburn with a little aloe vera.
Yeah.
A little aloe vera.
Patti Vasquez.
I know him, Oliver.
Say hi to Olivera. He's a good fellow.
Olivera. Hold on.
Good
I
fellow.
put this back in. It fell out when I was trying to be a
Bags.
Mama Tot. All right, there we go.
You and
Those
the
wet
wall,
tea bags from the
about
sun
same
tea on
color
you.
there. You got the
That-
you and the wall
Wet tea
behind you are
bags.
getting close. You get the
Yeah. I'm in a corner. I'm on the floor. Brian.
You're Patty Tot, little Patty.
He's
I'm
been,
Patti
he's
Tot.
been knocking on basement doors.
That's right. Oh my God. I'm so tired.
Knocking on
And
basement.
how people
Thank you,
believe
Patty,
most
for doing it.
inane garbage. You can when they say it, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're
Terrible.
We're giving immigrants $10 million an hour and not giving any money, and they're taking it. Just
And they're
Yeah.
all murderers.
Believe in-
They're all murderers. Murderers.
Yep. Terrible.
And
I
they
did 7.5 miles on Saturday, by the way.
wow.
I'm both door knocking and I'm burning off some of
Yeah,
this
just
stuff.
jogging up parking lots. That's
You
or
keep
jogging
that up, you can do a
driveways.
show in Edinburgh.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do that much walking in a day there. So,
Yeah.
good
well,
Lord.
keep up the good work, man.
Yeah, thanks, Patty.
Because you can guarantee I'm not doing anything. I apologize.
Come with me. You'd be great on the doors.
Yeah.
You-
There's the guy who's not doing
I'd be like, knock, hi, do you what? No, I'd leave. I'd go, no. They come out, what? Nothing. Just say hi. Gotta go.
I'll get you
I wanna
a
do-
Kamala. I'll get you
I
a
wanna do
Kamala
my-
button.
Here's my impression of Brad knocking on the door. Brad, go ahead and knock on the door. Oh, he's gone. All right. I'm sorry. That was mean. I'll bring you back in. Thank you, Patty. I'm going to say goodbye to you so you can go rest. Bye.
Bye.
Now, are we doing?
Oh, man. It's time for some power and some roughage. Let's see.
Oh, you got your.
Well, where'd he go?
Power
Oh, there he
salad
is.
time?
Got him right here. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Power Salad. Wake up.
Yay.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Hi.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Steve.
Very nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
If you're going to have a power salad, you need a crispr and you can't spell crispr without Chris. So there he is.
There it's.
Here's the way this
crispy. Works. I'm ready to be crispy.
Here's the way this works. I'll play a little video intro. That'll take about 10, 15 seconds. Then it'll be all you do a song. I have no idea what you're going to do. And then I'm going to try to answer your song in some way that makes some sense. And after that, you'll play a second song. Sound fair?
Good luck.
Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Power Salad, a.k.a. Chris Mezzalesta.
Yes, I'm a big AKA here.
And he's gone. Okay.
Right.
What happened? Hold on a minute.
Wait, what happened?
There he is. Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Is that what happens? Okay, that's how this works.
That's how this works.
I get it. It's great that there's so many people on the Zoom meeting because there's going to be some very crucial audience participation loud that's going to need to happen when the time comes. And I think you will know what's happening. So,
you know this never works on Zoom, right?
Well, I'll just wait until everything dies out in about 5 minutes and I won't hear it. You know. You wouldn't be saying that if Charlie Callis were here. If Charlie Callis were here, you wouldn't say that. If Charlie Callis were here, that's the last thing that you would say. That I know you'd be screaming, and I would too. 'Cause Charlie Callis died in 2011, and the fact that he'd be here would make no sense. I have so many questions, but none of them I'd ask, 'cause we both look at Charlie and start screaming, "Ah! Ah! Ah! No! No! Eventually we calm ourselves and try to understand why of all the people it was Charlie Callis. We think about the noises, all the noises he would make, and wonder if perhaps they held a clue. We think about that long and hard, but then we'd look at Charlie and start screaming, "Ah! No! Ah! Ah! No! No! No!" Thank you.
Wow. Man, that was some serious salad.
That was a scream, man. That was a scream.
The writer of that is also on this call. Craig Marks wrote the words to that and had the concept.
Well done, Craig. Man.
Thank you very much.
You know, I have so many songs I could choose to follow that would have something to do with that. You don't think I do, but I do. But I want to focus on this for reasons that this guy would appreciate right here. Charlie Callis, you might say, is having the big sleep.
Yes.
Oh, let's do a song about sleep disorders. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep. My brain repeats incessantly these OCD trivialities, and eventually, if I fall asleep, I can't breathe. Insomnia and sleep apnea. Ba-dum-bum-bum. My CPAP never works that good. No good. good. No good. Plus they're screaming. No good. I can't unwind. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Would someone please hit me over the head with a sledgehammer? I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I close my eyes. Can't. You're distracting me, Mr. South. I can't sleep. Close my eyes. Can't find no sheep. So I don't count sheep. I count shepherds. Bo Peep, Jesus, Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, astronaut Alan Shepard. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut, so I asked, and they said not. Wait, I'm supposed to be counting sheep. Sheep apnea, ba-da-ba-ba. Lamb chops, they sure do taste good. So good, so good, so good. My stupid brain goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wouldn't it be great if you could win an award for this? I'd like to thank my mother and Alan Shepard and my pharmacist who's no help at all. I'm trying to think about nothing. Nothing, 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 Alan Shepard. Damn you, Alan Shepard! I'm trying to think about nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Did I turn off the oven? I'm sure I turned off the oven. Never left the oven on before. I'm sure I turned off the oven. I'm going downstairs to turn on the oven. Turn off the oven. It's off. Of course it's off. I think I'll make a sandwich. You know, I ordered some CBD, but someone at Amazon is dyslexic because I got the Charlie Daniels band box set instead. Devil went down to the kitchen to make himself a sandwich. I'm drinking lots of decaf tea, listening to the white noise machine, breathing slowly and deeply. I'm almost there. Now I have to pee. I drank that gallon of Pepsi. Now I've got restless leg syndrome like Elvis Presley. Then all the next day, narcolepsy. Is it weird that I fell asleep at McDonald's in the drive-thru? Please drive around, sir. You think it's wise that I drive around when I'm asleep? Apnea. I have to be up in 3 hours. 2 hours. Oh man, I gotta get some sleep. 1 hour. I'm screwed thanks to sleep apnea. 15 minutes of sleep would be pretty good. So good, so good, so good. I think I hear banjos. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Would someone please hit me over the head with a canoe? The wheels in my head are made of sheep, but I'm really bleep because I can't sleep. You hate me. You really hate me.
Yay! Award winning.
And that, kids, is how you win an award.
Yes, that's it.
One more from Power Salad, if you please.
I had a bout with sleep apnea many years ago. And this is going to be extremely gross, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's a comedy show.
Yay!
One of the things I had to do to get rid of my sleep apnea was they removed my uvula.
Oh, man. Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
I've got no more dangly thing in my throat. I don't. Harry. They also took my tonsils out. And when they say, if you're a kid, tonsils is a little ice cream. If you're an adult, it's 3 weeks of freaking agony. I'll tell you what. That was tragic, but nothing near as tragic as what happened in the old mill town. My friend, please look upon the wall at that dusty wooden frame as I tell you of an accident and some long departed names of a tragedy I can't forget, and I know I never will. The day there was a fire at the old diploma mill, at the old diploma mill. The diploma mill was working fine on the day of the disaster. It was cranking out like it always did, those PhDs and masters. But they pushed it past its limit, and I said to my friend Bill, that's the smell of burning sheepskin at the old diploma mill, at the old diploma mill. The diploma mill's on fire, the place is on the rocks. Must be 1,000,000 degrees in there, and besides, it must be pretty hot. Old man and woman, young and old, this is not a drill. We got ourselves a fire at the old diploma mill, at the old diploma mill. I saw my grandpa shed a tear as flames lit up the night. The mill gave him a law degree, not bad for a man who couldn't read or write. And his daddy had an MBA, despite his minimal skill. For generations we owed our jobs to the old diploma mill, to the old diploma mill. Well, they called out for a doctor, and the whole town raised its hands. From the guy who hands out bowling shoes to the bum on the corner no one understands. We searched through all the rubble, and we didn't give up until we found every single uncashed check in the old diploma mill. In the old diploma mill. The diploma mill's on fire, the place is on the rocks. It was our heart and soul, not just an old post office box. A memorial is held each year, and we all come to assist, to read the names of the diploma mill staff, all of whom didn't really exist. And now would you please join me in a moment of silence as I read the names of some of those lost in the tragedy. Dean Carnegie W. Smarthuman. Chancellor Wilfred B. Einstein Goodbrain. Director of Admissions Janice Kellogg Not a Scam. Lacrosse coach Eunice C. Last name here. So friend, I hear you ask in my dentist chair, will it hurt? Well, yes it will. But nothing like the pain of those who were burned by the old diploma mill, by the old diploma mill.
Yes, yes, yes.
Excellent.
I've got one of those.
I had one.
I think we all do.
I don't know what happened to it, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate the cleverness, and I like that you're bringing back something we tried for a while back there with Eric. We had the nostril cam. You've got the uvula cam going.
That's right.
Hey,
The non-usual cam. The usual.
trademark of
removed you.
Power Salad Enterprises Incorporated.
Where can we see you performing your wackiness, either live or on the old internet? There,
That's a really good question, Steve, and when I figure it out, I'll let you know.
please do. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. That was tremendous.
Where's Charlie Callis working these days?
Yeah.
The same place I am. Nowhere.
Yes.
Thank you for having me, everyone.
That was
All right,
fantastic.
thanks,
And hi, Craig.
Outstanding.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Man.
For this.
Oh boy. Now it's time. You know, when I first made a cursory reading of who our headliner was, I'm like, really? We got the vice presidential candidate on our show?
Yeah.
I was not
Lovely.
quite right about that.
Well, hi, Tim.
Hi, buddy.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. That was.
I
I'm,
like
the
your
only,
shirt.
I'm not making this up, man. I'm the only one that's met Charlie Callis, and I'm not making. Art delicatessen in Studio City. I didn't meet him. I just looked at him and went, "You got to be kidding."
Oh wow.
Charlie
Great.
Callis was a physical comic in the Dean Martin era, and
Yeah.
that's what the Vegas guys were. I actually took a class when I first started comedy with a guy named Stanley Myron Handelman. Stanley was on the Dean Martin show. He was managed by the same people, and Stanley was great. And I told me a great Vegas story. He did a show with Lainey Kazan, who was
Mhm.
a dancer, I think, and singer. And so he did his 20 minutes, and you guys know as comics, okay, you get off and let them on. He comes back on because you do another 25.
Yeah.
So he does another 25. And he goes back and comes back and he goes, Lainey Kazan has diarrhea. Good night, everybody. Good story.
Oh my God.
Well, there goes the intro I was going to give you.
There goes the intro to this show. So,
I like the other jokes.
all right, are we ready?
Everything's
here's-
good, man.
Here's the deal, Tim. We're going to run a little 10 or 15 second intro. Then you give us 10 minutes of awesome stand up, and then we'll chat and tell you how great you are. Sound good? All right.
Interesting.
Oh,
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Tim Walko!
Thank you very much. That was great. That was great. Thanks for having me. That was wonderful. All you guys are very, very talented, and it's nice to be here from Chicago. Carrie, Patty says something about them calling us fibs with his friggin' Illinois bastards. Usually WB behind it with boats. Wisconsin, if you've never been there, it's a wonderful state. I like Patty, I went there in the summer. The drinking age is 9. If you've been I was a summer home in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. It's way up north. Yeah, hey there. That's how they talk there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Married when they're 14. And every year I go back, one kid was missing. Well, the hunting, the hunting season. It's just a good Jiminy Christmas there, Tim. We're nice to see you again. Where's Billy? Billy got hit by a truck, Okay. And I loved it up there. And I was driving up there once. I was going like 110 in a school zone. Little kids, they could see me. The driver said, "Now use it, Junior." So the cop pulls me over. It's a Wisconsin cop, and he's got the Wisconsin accent. "Let me see your license there." I said, "I don't have it, sir." He goes, "Registration?" I go, "0 for 2, brother." He said, "What about insurance, eh?" I go, "It's a good idea, eh?" Son of a whatever. I go, "Well, I'm not the guy, with the rain with the rain coming down. You're on a motorcycle, you pinhead." I didn't get a ticket because I had a spare fishing video in the car. Bay Winkleman number 92, where he catches a fish with his genitals and some gum. So that was the show. He let me go. Fishing's a religion up there. They have a television show in northern Wisconsin called The Walleye Report. Hello, the fish. The hell do they have to report? Well, the water's real cloud, and there's some guy with a hook over here, Billy. Back to you in the boat. Hunting is big in Wisconsin. I'm from Chicago. Hunting, we call that armed robbery. My neighbor. I was 9 years old. They gave me a gun and a cocktail. Some of the kids are still missing. That was 1971. But it's a lovely state if you're a badger. So, the only hunt I ever did, I hit a deer with my car. Has anybody ever done that? Well,
yeah.
It's no good. Mine was deer 1, Mazda nothing for me. Deer had no insurance. They rarely do. Flip me the hoof, Driving, And I'm 320 miles away from my house when I hit the deer. What do they say about accidents? They happen a mile from the home. Yeah, right. Then I realized the deer lived about a mile away. Deer field. My Wisconsin jokes. That's it for me in that point. But it's great to be here. It's been nice working on it's hard to watch the television. Patty's right about the disinformation. It is so ingrained. It's just impossible to deal with some of these people. And that's what it is, man. I wondered when I saw the eye makeup on Mr. Vance or whatever his name was, they had 7 different names, I think. what branch of the Marines wears eye makeup? I know, the Maybelline branch. They come in with powder puffs, they did your nails, incredible stuff. The world's so Brad, you missed your flights. We did a lot of ships together, and it's wild. You get to travel. The traveling is the part that really is a lot of fun, isn't it? The airport. What's the rule now? You have to go 11 hours before your flight. TSA. They're fun people, aren't they? Okay, take your pants off, do a somersault to a tunnel. I'm smacking the head with an iron. I want you to get a colonoscopy. Come on through. Come on through. I got profiled in Miami. That's almost impossible for an overweight white man. And I'm of Dutch descent. Any Dutch people with us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Good. Are you really? Your grandparents from Holland or the Netherlands or Dutch? They don't know what they are there. No, there's no such thing as a Dutch terrorist, okay? A wooden shoe bomber. No one's ever seen a wooden shoe bomber. I get the worst flights in the world. Man, it's really weird. Who's had a flight with too many kids on the plane? Brad?
Oh.
They should be pulled in a balloon behind the aircraft. They love balloons, the little kids. And, the balloon flies off the plane. See the world, Joey. You ever have the kid, the pop-up kid, looks like Stewie from Family Guy after a bad night? Pops up, stares at you from 12 hours without blinking like a stuffed animal. Eventually, you got to pull. No choice. I hate to do that to a kid, but if he doesn't know Stooge defense, hey, Mo, I blame him. Every other kid is so loud crying. It's not it's the ears, it's the pressure. And the mother goes to the bathroom and you put the kid in the overhead. You ever try that move? It's called repositioning. Mother comes back, where's my kid? 21Z, he moved. Can't breathe. I can't smoke, lady. Life is tough. This is what I've learned in life. If someone says something stupid to you, say something dumber to them. You ever try that?
Yes.
Brad, did you weasel your car down? Do you have a real car salesman?
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
No, it was priced really well. I couldn't believe it.
You can check it online now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand Carvana, buying a car out of a vending machine. I never.
we did
at a Clark bar, please.
Yeah.
No, it's so yeah. So I'm going. So I have a classic car salesman here. That's a place in outside Chicago. Castle. Hello, Tim. Irv Castle. Hello, Tim. Castle Ford. Hello, Tim. How are you? Hello, Tim. Tim. Yes. What do I have to do, Tim, to make you buy this beautiful vehicle today? You could bite me. What he said to me? Let me talk to the sales manager. Important part. He's going to talk to Lewis or Carmine. The whole thing straightened out. I got undercoating, $7,000. We have to rent cars sometimes on the road. You ever rent a car? Take good care of those babies, don't we? I do pee in the glove compartment. I don't care. It doesn't mean you can do anything you want with a rental car. Floor it, then put it in gear. You ever try that move? Keep it around for a short time. It's good. You slam the emergency brake on. Donuts. You'll be doing croissants. That noise when the car is on and you restart it. That. I do that all day when I get a rental car. I just do it like 40, 30 times a day. When you rent a car, get the insurance. That's like a free week of fun. No one cares. No, listen to me. I went to law school in Valparaiso University in Indiana for 6 hours. I went 6 hours. One class, and it was about a rental car, and you don't have to return the entire vehicle. Nothing says entire vehicle. You drop it off. In Detroit, once I gave the guy the battery. Fire. I go, lighter fluid in a match, like it did last week, Bobby. It amazed me because it was in the river for like 2-3 hours. Give you another car. Here's another car. Thanks for calling Alamo. Pocket. Get the insurance, man. Travel is too much. Driving, oh man, I don't know how to drive anymore. We used to drive comics. How far did we drive? All over the country, Brad?
All over the country.
100,000 miles a year.
Huh?
100,000 miles a year.
Yeah, and your car's worth $1.09 at the end of it. And they couldn't lease them, man. It's here's a little tip about cars. Don't ever get high and go to the auto show. Okay. You're gonna buy a car you don't want. The next I bought a Saab. S-A-A-B. Some ass actually bought it. I bought it. The Swedish car. It's great if you want to go to IKEA and have the Muppet Chef change your oil. I know I'm nuts. As a kid, I was breastfed by my father, so that's different. So I grew up in Chicago. I went to a public school in Chicago, and they're not the best schools. They were okay. I went to a school half Spanish, half Polish. The Polatinos. Latino. Polish, Spanish traditions come to mind, like the pinyogi, the pinata, and a pierogi. Thankfully, kid, he hits it, sour cream, smacks him in the head. It's a big deal. Big holiday here was Cinco de Pulaski Day. 31st. I was a class notable. I was one of the most likely to be found dead in an adult motel wearing a hat. Well, that's my educational value. But I did go to college in Indiana. Boy, talk about the state you don't want to campaign in.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, it's a pretty state down south. What you were, Brad? Remember we used to do Bloomington? Did you do Bloomington?
That's where I went to college.
Tom Sobel, of course.
Yeah.
Cool. Not with us, but that was a great club down there.
Yeah, Bears.
Yeah, but outside it's Martinsville. But Indiana's an interesting state. It's like Mississippi with cold weather. It's been going around crazy. I had a terrible thing happen. I ripped a ligament. I was on a cruise ship. I stepped off a curb and ripped 3 ligaments off my foot. They misdiagnosed because those doctors on the ship are top notch. Guadalajara on his hat. Yeah, it didn't work out too well, man. It just didn't work too well. So I was home for 3 years. 3 years. Yeah, it's just they botched the surgery. Other than that, things are good. And 3 years at home, Daytime TV will make you get a job, man. I didn't know what mesothelioma was. Now I'm pretty sure I have it. I have the mesothelioma book. I have the film. I have the audio. I have the classics. I prepare for daytime TV. I put on my Snuggie. I've got a ShamWow, a Clapper, Popeel, Pocket Fisherman, India Egg Scramble, Aqua Cubes, Magnetic Roller, heavily in debt. And I got a reverse mortgage for my cat from J.W. Wentworth. I don't know what it is. Daytime TV will make you get a job. Is it me? When Oprah lost all this weight, her head stayed the same size. Oprah Zempic. That was my thing, just being home for a while. I should have learned a language, but I didn't. Doctor's offices. Why do they have the TV on in the doctor's office? There's some bad morning show. You ever see that? Or something? It's just, remember when they put Muzak back on? You've been in the doctor's office so long, you've read every magazine they possibly had. You're reading highlights for children. I'm kicking butt. I found things in this picture that are clearly not in the other picture. And then they call you back. Oh, you want to go back, Mr. Walco? Yeah. Is the doctor here? No. Where is France? Just come back anyway. Here, go on. You're annoying the other people. Go in the little doctor. You have to go in the doctor room, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to go to the doctor. They put a robe on you. What does that cover? One nipple, one other part? Nothing. Like a puppy. You're like a puppy, like a German Shepherd or something. There's nothing to do in the doctor. Don't ever get on the scale in the doctor's office. That's an actual scale. What you weigh? The dial-up scale at home? That's what I weigh. 6 pounds, 7 ounces. If he gets a word in the doctor's office, he goes through the drawer looking for something to play with. The other day I grabbed a rubber glove, went next door, met some people. Well, that's my story from now on. Just trying to get through life. That's about going out to Las Vegas to work. I used to work a lot at the comedy, whatever I worked there, comedy shop, store, Chipmunk Bill, Laughs, Ha Ha, Winkies. I love Las Vegas. It's 108 degrees out there today.
Oh.
There's no climate change, and it's a dry heat. All the dead, dehydrated men in front of the hotel. Bobby, you'll be fine. We'll pour water on you. You'll pop up like a friggin' chia pet. You're dead. It's nuts, man. So the world's nuts. I'm just trying to figure it out. Anybody else? It's good songs, by the way. Give it around for the musicians. They were so good.
Oh, thanks.
Songs, really good. I'm writing a pickleball song because has the world been taken over by pickleball where you live?
Yeah.
They're paving over baseball fields, putting pickleball in. Oh, isn't it? Pickleball USA. 10% of senior citizens are injured playing pickleball. Some of the law firm Pickle and Ball, attorneys at law. Have you been injured at pickleball? Did you fall in the kitchen? Did you just smack the? Call me, Bobby Weasel at 222-22-7005 and 9. So, I'm gonna open up a pickleball and emergency room. They all go down. So that's what's up with me. Just hanging here in Chicago. It's right. The mayor we have is he ran against the guy that was worse, but it's kind of a drag. So Patty can go crazy on all this. And I have 200 postcards I'm supposed to fill out.
Yes.
I've done 9. How am I doing?
It's good.
They want you to do it with handwriting. What are you, nuts? Have you seen my handwriting? People run for my handwriting. I couldn't even cash a check till I was 43. So it's great, man. But everything's good. You know, we're going to get through this election. I think it's going to be a better world. So
Oh, God, I hope so.
well, I was at the 68 convention. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
With Dick Gregory and Allen Ginsberg actually marched.
Wow.
Yeah, the day of the riot, I couldn't stay because we had a family emergency. Thank God I got out of there because I knew all the cops. You know, the last thing I'm going to do is get attacked by Polish and Irish guys with clubs. We had enough of that in high school. So there you go.
All right.
All right.
Tim Walco.
Great. I can't find me.
I don't know. You're around here somewhere.
That was incredible.
That was
Thank you
great.
so much. That was
Amazing.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Although
That's
the
it.
only bad part was there's no time to laugh. You're just
Yeah, no.
You got to keep moving. If they catch up to me, we realize he's not just funny. He's just
yeah, no, sure, yeah.
And Tim, I want to thank you. We've asked every comic and nobody's ever done it. I said, when you play our show, please wear your bowling shirt. And you're the first
Yeah.
one to follow directions.
It's a good bowling shirt. $9.99. It comes with a free cat. Hey, congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks,
So,
Gordon.
so you said where you work? Are you working?
I'll be going to Vegas to work. I'm doing a lot of country clubs. The clubs are just, what's happening in Chicago is I'm not making a decision. They do a lot of shows with 5 new people and a bad host, and no one gets better.
Yeah.
You can only get better by being bad. And we were lucky, Brad, I started a little earlier, around 83, late in my career. And we got to be bad places, and we got to do shows every night. And these things, you do 10 minutes, you can't get better with 10 minutes.
Yeah, we've got 20-year open micers now.
Yeah, I know. They come out in wheelchairs and they fall.
And no clubs are doing full weeks anymore. It's just
No, you get weekends, and then
yeah.
It's like wow. It's strange, and we were lucky to be where we were. But there's some really great talent out there too. So.
Yeah, there's some great people that and
I
you know the cream fights its way up. You know what I mean?
It does, and those shows, and then there's a couple of great comics here, and so they work it through, and a lot of great female comics. And I'm glad to see that because they sure weren't a lot when we started.
Yeah, that was just a bunch of dumb white guys working for Yoder. That was the
Maybe a divorcee that fell.
Yeah. By the way, Bear's place closed. The whole place closed in Bloomington. So the Comedy Attic is there. This guy named Jared, and they do well. But yeah, I miss.
It's a great town. Bloomington's a wonderful place.
We spent. My daughter was just there for 4 years, so we just.
Yeah, I have a friend that was she lives there now. It's just it's an oasis, and then you go down to Brown County.
Yeah.
John Dillinger Museum.
That's right, John Dillinger Museum. And Martinsville is the home of the KKK. That's where they started.
Yes, it is. The last lynching was in Martinsville. But I'm just, we're just serious.
They still have trouble busting through there. So, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tim. That was tremendous.
Super amazing. Thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate you.
Can you find? I got him.
I got him.
You're gone.
All right.
Hi, Steve. Hey. So you're doing a thing.
I'm doing a thing. Here comes the thing.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
You know, a lot of times when we do this, I say, well, it turns out there actually is a reason. But actually, not only is there a reason, so that doesn't make sense, but in addition to there being a reason, it's not a song from me. We're running a little late, so we're going to play a portion of Chuck's winning video entry at this year's 2024 Fump Fest. Here we go, and be careful. This one's a little grown up. So let's see what happens here.
What?
That's enough of that. See the rest. You absolutely should go see the rest.
No, it is not enough of that. You need to see it all.
We need to see all. We're just desperately short of time. I'm sorry, Chuck, but the link to the whole video is in the chat, so please go watch that. Well done, Chuck. Everybody clap for Chuck.
That was great. That was some serious time done. And won an award.
She won the prize for that one. Yes. All right. So now it is time for us to beg for money.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
You know, this is a good week to go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to this show, and we'll get Chuck some therapy. I think she needs it in so many ways. Although, don't let it hurt the art, though. You know, you need the crazy with the art. I think at the same time, you can't have one.
I didn't make the song. It's not my song.
That's right. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the show, and we'll pay some more. What is it? Fibs? Did you say that?
Freaking Illinois bastards.
Yeah, the Illinois bastards to go to Wisconsin and knock on doors. So we're getting that done. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the show, and we'll buy Chris a new uvula.
That's right, at Bob's Uvula Emporium.
My uvula's still hanging long, baby. So go to Virtual Comedy Show, comedyshow.com, and donate to the show. Okay, that's enough of that.
All right, time for the worst joke of the week.
Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Actually, I think the one before the Melania joke was the worst joke, but here we go. A judge is back on the bench in Detroit, but on parking ticket duty after he put a 15-year-old female student in jail clothes and handcuffs for falling asleep during a school field trip.
My God.
In his defense, the judge said, "My wife loves it."
Oh. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know. Like we've done over 200 of these shows. And we run out of things that rhyme with show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We appreciate your support of the virtual comedy show. With our budget of nada, nothing zero, we're a little less fancy than HBO. Still, every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com.